So prior coming to this trip, I never really surfed before. My goal on this trip was really understand how waves worked and how to read the wave and get on the wave with a board and only using my body to do that.
Before this trip, my surf level was sort of beginning intermediate. So my objectives during the trip were to catch a lot of waves and basically learn how to do a couple maneuvers that I hadn't really been able to do before, work on my cutbacks, and work on basically learning how to generate speed.
So everyone is here learning and everyone is here to get better, but the attitude of everyone I think is just a really encouraging environment. And you know, as a beginner, as someone who's never surfed before, I always felt really encouraged that, you know, every day I was getting a little bit better and people were recognizing that and helping me kind of break through when I would kind of get down on myself about things that I was doing wrong.
Yeah, so one of the interesting things about it is that this program really does a great job of mixing kind of the theory and how to surf out of the water with what you're doing out here in the water. So you'll talk about things and you'll practice it on dry land, and then an hour later you're in the water and actually doing it. And you're doing it with the surf coaches, and they're telling you as you drop into every wave, here's what you did right, here's what you did wrong. And so that kind of feedback loop I think is really, really effective. It's a great way to improve your surfing.
The surf coaching program is so personal and they really, really care about you progressing on your own. It's not like some other surf camps where they just kind of push you into each wave and let you figure it out on your own and just say yay at the end. You know, they really want you to get better. They take photos, they take videos, they show you what you're doing wrong, they show you what you can do better. They really want you to excel.
I did actually spend time before the trip reading through the website, and so a lot of the pictures and lessons I was at least familiar with, but learning about it in person and being able to ask questions and actually talking to someone about it really made the difference for me. And then being able to go out and surf afterwards I think was really special. So different than anything I've ever been able to experience.
What's helped me the most is seeing the photos and the videos afterwards. You know, up on the wave, if you're up for a few seconds, you're not going to know where your feet are, where your shoulders are, what you're looking at. Seeing those photos and realizing I'm looking down instead of up is so helpful.
I think for me, it was having really good local coaches out in the water with us, being able to tell us exactly where to be, when to paddle, because I think with these waves that for me were more advanced than anything I've ever surfed before, I couldn't have done it without that. And so I thought that was probably the most important thing for me to advance this trip, is actually being in the water with someone who knew what to do. Today's waves were the best waves I've probably ever surfed. They're super clean, and I was able to do maneuvers and practice things that I'd never been able to practice on my home break, for sure. And I want to go back out tomorrow, get an extra session in, hopefully, so I can surf them some more. And the accommodations were actually much better than I expected. They're really nice, really nice. It's probably a lot nicer place than we would have picked out on our own. So they exceeded expectations. They're great.
So I think one of the things that really makes Barefoot unique is this focus that they have, not just on the surfing, but on the trip as a whole. I mean, Bali's an amazing place, but if all we did was come and surf, we would have missed so much. So we go have a great surf session in the morning, and then we may go do an excursion to snorkel with manta rays, or to go look at some temples or do different things. And that really kind of makes it unique. It's not just a surf camp, it's a surf camp and a vacation combined into one, where you get to experience some really amazing things.
I don't have much time in my life. My life is super busy and it's chaotic, and so when I travel, sometimes I just go on the trip and then I'm there and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. But it was beyond incredible to have an experience where my life was busy and chaotic. I show up on a trip and every day is perfectly planned out.
The travel portion is so easy. The logistics, it's the easiest trip ever because you don't have to worry about the timing, the tickets, the boats to get anywhere. You just kind of show up and you get to see the best parts of where you are.
So I came on this trip with one of my girlfriends who had actually been traveling with Barefoot before, and she's done a lot of surf trips, and this is her favorite company to travel with. And so when I told her that I wanted to go on a surf trip with her, she said that we should go with Barefoot because she just highly recommended the company and had always had good experiences with them. And so I came on this trip really not knowing what to expect and just kind of thinking it would be like the two of us hanging out all the time. But then we got here and there were so many other people who are learning how to surf, who are super super into surfing, who are here alone, and it was just so easy to meet people.
Oh yeah, no, so I came by myself and I met a lot of really great people. People from all over the world. We got people from Spain, from Italy. It's a great mix of people, and you're essentially kind of living together for 2 weeks, and you start to bond, and you really see that out in the lineup. You catch a good wave, everybody's hooting and hollering, and like they really support you, and that's just a great feeling. It makes a good wave that much better.